Hello everyone, my name is Farah, Farah Dia Putri, but you can call me Farah. I'm currently studying master degree of Environmental Resources and Economy in Crawford in ANU. This is my fourth semester, my final semester.
Nasi goreng or Vegemite toast?
Nasi goreng, obviously.
One Aussie food you'll never eat again.
Vegemite. You just mentioned it and I was like, no, yeah.
Kangaroo or koala?
Koala, because I am scared of kangaroo.
Netflix or going for a bushwalk?
Bushwalk. I do not have Netflix account. The rent is killing me.
Can you please briefly introduce yourself and what you are studying here at ANU?
Hello everyone, my name is Farah, Farah Dia Putri, but you can call me Farah. I'm currently studying master degree of Environmental Resources and Economy in Crawford in ANU. This is my fourth semester, my final semester. Nice to meet you.
Wow, that's so exciting. What inspired you to pursue your master's degree in Australia?
For master degree, it's mostly because I want to learn more about the environmental issue. That's what I'm passionate about, but it's also because of my work. I'm currently working in the finance industry, and so combining it, I am now here studying my master, basically.
Wow, so good to know. So, when you first arrived in Canberra, what was your first impression of this city?
The city is peaceful. It's a lot quieter because I'm from Indonesia and I'm currently working in the capital city in Jakarta. So if you might have imagined, in any capital city it's usually very crowded, a lot of people, a lot of noises. But here when I first arrived, I was like, is this an actual capital city? Like, is this just Australia or is this just Canberra? It's very peaceful. Everything is closed by 7, so that's a culture shock for me, I guess. So coming from Jakarta to Canberra, it's quite an experience, actually.
That's right. Mostly the capital city are of course crowded in every country, like in Nepal, and while I was living in Korea, it was the same. So I expected it to be also like the happening city with
And then here it's like everything is closed at 7 p.m. and I'm like, where is everybody going after 7? Like, don't you want to shop? Don't you want to like eat out? Like, nobody's here.
Yeah, right. Even the fireworks that are supposed to be at 2 p.m. are like here held at 9 p.m.
Exactly.
And then everyone goes to bed.
Exactly. I was like, it's the fireworks for the children, I guess. So if you want to actually experience like 12 a.m. fireworks, you have to go to other cities. Maybe like Sydney, the closest one.
Right. So while living here in Australia, how do you find the cost of living in Canberra compared to Indonesia?
Of course, obviously, like rupiah, Indonesian currency, is a lot cheaper. Like, cost of living is a lot cheaper as well, obviously, compared to Australian dollars. And also for example, the rent costs. Can we disclose how much does it cost? Okay.
Because it's already in the website.
Okay, yeah, that's true, yeah. So here in Graduate House, DPI and I both live in Graduate House, and it costs us like 690 for 2 weeks.
92?
Oh yeah, 692 for 2 weeks. So it's around 7 million rupiah if you convert it. And 7 million rupiah, you will get a really decent apartment, like a really nice, fully furnished apartment in the middle of the capital city for a month. So not even like 2 weeks, unlike here. It's like for a month. So it's really expensive if you compare the rent costs. But like high rent is also a problem here in Australia. So I guess I can't really compare with that. But for food wise, it's okay. Like groceries, they're still fine. Maybe if you cook, the spices will be a lot more expensive because they don't come from here. A lot of the spices are imported, so that's why they are expensive. But aside from that, like vegetables, fruits, they're all very decent prices for me.
Yeah, I also think so. Also because Australia is like far from the other part of the world, things are expensive, and I think it's normal.
Yeah. Like exotic fruits obviously will be more expensive, but it's okay because it's again not from here, so I understand.
So what are the biggest expenses you deal with as a student here?
The rent is killing me. I think most of my stipend are just for the rent. Thankfully, this semester I applied for the duty resident, so I received a scholarship, like 50% off from my resident fee. So I basically got a scholarship that helped me afford this kind of studio in the middle of the campus, which is, yeah, because it's also increased this year, right, from last year's fee.
Right. Yeah. Every year it is like supposed to increase by 5%.
Yeah, and it's really killing us right now.
Right.
So without that scholarship, I don't think I will stay here actually, because it's too expensive, to be honest with you.
So any tips or hacks to save money while living in student accommodation?
Work. Work it. You gotta work. Well, if you have a stipend or like a full scholarship, you can obviously focus on just your study, which is what you're supposed to do here anyway. But while I'm here, I also applied for the duty resident. That way it can cut off some fees a bit. And that's good because the duty resident allow me to help other residents here as well, and also force me to stay inside and study at the same time, so I don't go out and just like do whatever, but I actually stay here, study, and then help the people around. So it's not like a heavy duty kind of thing, so I can still focus on my study.
You still have the phone on, right?
Yeah, here. This is the duty resident phone. So, because it's on the weekend, it's a Sunday, so the lobby doesn't come in until obviously weekdays or office hour. So while the lobby person are not around, we are the one responsible for anything that is going on in Graduate House. So if someone's called in the middle of this, I will need to go and take care of it and then come back, obviously. So yeah, if anyone got locked out, you know, that kind of simple things, hopefully that I can deal with and help.
So apart from working as a duty resident here, do you also work part-time?
No, I have to focus on my study because it's also my last semester, and I want to get a good score, get something out of my study. So the duty resident fulfill me in having to live here in Australia.
Okay, so now let's talk about some cultural shocks and adaptation related things. So what are some of the cultural shocks you experienced when you first moved to Australia?
Australia is my first Western, like English speaking countries that I lived in. And so like language wise, I don't really have any trouble because again, thankfully I can already speak English, and so it really helps with the transition from living in Jakarta and here in Canberra. So I don't really have any problem adjusting language wise. But I guess the cold really hit me because I was here, I first arrived in July 2023, and it was really cold. It was the wind like against your face, and I'm from like a tropical country. I'm a tropical girly, so like everything was really cold. The wind is on your face, and Canberra by itself is colder than the surrounding areas. If you go to Sydney or Melbourne, they're not as cold as Canberra, so the climate itself is already really cold. So that's one thing that it's really hard for me to adjust to. But aside from that, maybe because there are a lot of Indonesian community as well here, so they really help me adjust pretty quickly. Like I don't really have a difficult time finding people that I can ask questions, because I wasn't here in Graduate House. I didn't come here right away. So I had other communities outside of Graduate House that I become friends with.
So yeah, I think it's also because of the wind. The weather in Canberra is really cold. Right. Though I also come from the cold part of the world, but I feel it's still cold here, colder here.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my feelings are valid.
Yeah. Every time in lab when I'm telling like I feel cold, I think people make fun of me.
No, but Canberra is just cold in general.
Right?
Yeah. So like, and it's so like my Australian friends. She's from Brisbane like Queensland in general is cold, hotter than Canberra, and she said that Canberra spends it's mostly cold throughout the year. So the season is mostly cold and just really small time, like hot period, like summer period. So unfortunately, we're here.
Right, yeah.
That's what, yeah, right? That's actually one of the decisions that I kind of regret. Like, why do I choose like a really cold area? Sydney is much hotter.
So, was there anything that felt surprisingly similar between Australia and Indonesia?
Similar? The coffee price. Like, I would imagine after coming back to Indonesia, I would enjoy like a cheaper cup of coffee. No, but they're still $6. It was quite shocking, and it's just a regular cafe. It's not like a chain cafe. It's just a regular one, and I was like, this is not like I don't think a cup of coffee should be $6 in Indonesia, so to speak. So yeah, that's one of the things that I think I can top of my head. Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, so it's normal that we get homesick while living away from home, right? So how do you deal with homesickness or the cultural difference here?
At this point in life, my brothers are also not home. I have two little brothers, and they're both studying outside, like abroad. And so my parents are left back home in Indonesia. So we always have like weekly video call session. It's either on Sunday or Saturday. We just call and kind of like catch up with each other, what we're up to during the week, and say what's up, how is everything back in Indonesia as well. So we always make time to talk with each other. But these days it's more like a report. It's like my brother, like me, my brothers are like, oh, this is what we do. Okay, signing out. It's like a report to my parents, and that's it. But it's fun. We all each of us have our own life now that we're all adults. So I guess that's part of growing up as well, that we are out of our comfort zone, away from the parents, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. So have you tried explaining any Indonesian tradition to your Aussie friends, and how do they react?
I brought Dibia teh kotak, which is a like tea from Indonesia. It's actually a packaged tea already, but it's one of my favorite tea. So I guess that's why one of the way that I try to spread my culture is through food. I like eating. I don't cook that well, but I try to. And so I like to cook for people around me. We had dinners usually where we cook. Last time I cooked some of rendang. It's like a traditional meat dish from Indonesia, once upon a time called the #1 dish in the world. I don't know. That's not me who said so. But yeah, that's how one of the way I try to spread the culture is through food, and also clothings. I try to dress as much as possible with Indonesian traditional clothing, although not today. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing any traditional clothing at the moment. The hijab is Muslim. It's like because I'm a Muslim, and so I'm wearing hijab. But yeah, you can actually differentiate how Muslim women wear their hijab and guess which country they're from. So that's a fun fact. I can tell, like, aside from obviously like their face and how they dress, but also from the way they style their hijab, you can differentiate. Oh, this one, I think she's from Indonesia, or she's from Malaysia, because we kind of look similar with each other. So you can kind of differentiate where they're from their hijab as well.
Interesting.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I think I can tell my Indonesian friends, because I have a lot of Indonesian friends.
Yeah.
And I can tell, like, I can guess they're Indonesian.
The way that we dress, like, again, fashion, but also the way that we put our hijab is also slightly different. Obviously from like my Middle Eastern sisters as well, or like my South Asian sisters as well. It's very, very fun to see the way that we cover ourselves is, yeah, very varied.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now let's talk about living experience in ANU. So how is it like living in student accommodation here at ANU?
Expensive. Yeah, but it's fun. So ANU is actually in the middle of the city. So if you live in ANU, then obviously you live in the city. It's close to everywhere, but then again, Canberra itself is pretty small, so you can basically just walk to the city center in like 15 to 20 minutes already from ANU. Graduate House is actually a bit further back from ANU as a campus, so it's a bit further from city, but I actually choose Graduate House because it's near my campus. It's near Crawford, the building, but at the moment Crawford is actually under construction, so I was forced to move to Canberra, which is a bit of a further walk. It's like 10 minutes walk, but because Crawford and Graduate House is actually at the back, there aren't a lot of people, so this area is actually pretty quiet compared to other areas of the campus. But to be honest, ANU is very pretty. I went to other campuses, and although we also have, of course, lacking in some areas, but I can say that ANU's ground are very pretty. We have pretty scenic sceneries. Yeah, so it's very nice if you just run, like have a quick run and walk around like the ANU ground area.
Did you make a lot of friends here at ANU?
Dubia is one of the friends that I met this semester. And being a duty resident, obviously I kind of have to interact with a lot of people, and thankfully, because this is Graduate House, most of them are graduate students. It's at least like master and PhD students, so I connect with them because I guess age-wise we can also connect with each other. I don't have as much energy as the undergraduates, undergrads, so they're we kind of match each other's like wavelength, I guess. So here in Graduate House, it's very quiet, and because we have studio style as well, it's like pretty tight compartment, so we don't really disturb each other, and we don't really have that much problem actually here around Graduate House. And yeah, it's really peaceful around here, and my friends in Graduate House are all very smart. Very smart. Like the way that I talk with like my other residents here in Graduate House, I just admire them and respect them so much because of what they do in the field, in their own respective field. Yeah,
that's right. And I hope we don't disturb our neighbors today with our video.
I mean, thankfully, yeah, someone will knock. Don't worry about it.
So what is your go-to activity on a lazy weekend in Canberra?
I try to do as much as I can. I went go-karting yesterday. That's my first time ever going go-karting. So on the weekend, it's always one day out and then one day in, because I'm kind of like an ambivert, an extrovert and an introvert at the same time. So I can't just stay inside on the whole weekend and then stay out or outside the whole weekend. It's always like one day each. So yesterday I went all out. We have a puppy therapy yesterday. It was really fun. A lot of puppies came, and then we played with them. I went go-karting as well with my friends from campus, and today it's like my stay-in day. I'm also on duty, but it's all about cleaning up and everything else. Yeah, so that's a good balance, so that I don't tire myself out and still have a good rest in before Monday rolls in.
Interesting weekends. So what advice would you give to someone from Indonesia planning to study in Australia?
Come. It's a good country. It's really peaceful. You have a lot of Indonesian community as well here. So as long as you already make up your mind about coming here and study, come here. Or if you want to work, but I can only advise for studying because I'm here for studying. But first you need to make up your mind that you are here to experience all studying and also the environment of Australia. And enjoy it, because I find that I really enjoy being a student, and Australia has been very accommodating and very supportive. The area itself, my residency, the friends that I met, they're all very wonderful and very helpful in adjusting like to life here. And so I find myself not wanting to leave Australia. But unfortunately I am graduating soon, so my advice to you is make up your mind, and I'm pretty sure that everything will be okay. Like, Australia is wonderful, so come here and you will find people that will help you along the way. So don't worry too much. Is my point.
So you'll go back after your graduation? That's so sad.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm already depressed now. I'm not leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving.
So is it because you are like with Australia Award or something?
Yeah, I am here with 2 scholarships from my company's scholarship and a new chancellor scholarship as well. And because I am tied with my company, I need to go back and serve the company, so to speak. I have another contract with them.
Oh, I really feel sad now. I didn't know that. At first I thought you were also PhD and you'll be here for a long time.
Yeah, I don't think I will have the mental capacity for a PhD. Master is already taking so much energy out of me, but yeah, maybe someday I will try to pursue PhD.
Yeah, come back to A&E soon.
I know, right? Yeah, I love this. I come to love this university. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So if you could go back to your first week here, what would you do differently?
I would love to come to graduate house a lot sooner, because I feel like it's just such a perfect ambience, like a perfect environment that I want. I get to meet a lot of new friends, wonderful people, and I got my own space as well, and it's very near to my campus, or the city, so I can just walk everywhere that I want. It has all the supports that I need. So if it's because on the first week I actually live outside of ANU, and it's a bit hard to go into the city because it's slightly further. So if I can change anything, that would be to move here. But that wasn't up to me, unfortunately. But yeah, if I could change anything, that would be the first thing I do.
All right, now let's make this conversation a little bit entertaining with our rapid fire, and then we'll also end this soon. Okay. So yeah, let's start our rapid fire. Okay. Nasi goreng or Vegemite toast?
Nasi goreng, obviously.
Snow or tropical rain?
Snow.
Tim Tam or Indonesian snack?
Indonesian snack.
Favorite Aussie slang you have learned?
Yana or na yeah or yane, like na ya na, I guess.
Just one word to describe life in Canberra.
Peaceful.
Kangaroo or koala?
Koala, because I am scared of kangaroo.
One thing you miss most about Indonesia?
The food. Sorry, my family, but the food.
One Aussie food you'll never eat again?
Vegemite. You just mentioned it and I was like, no, yeah.
Netflix or going for a bushwalk?
Bushwalk. I do not have Netflix account.
Let's go walk sometime together, okay?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so Farah, this is the end of our rapid fire round 2, and this video has become already so long, so I think we need to stop it soon. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today and sharing your experience.
Thank you, Divya, for having me here. Sorry for taking like so long, talking so long. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, and also, do you want to like share your social media with people, like if they want to reach out or something? You can mention if you are open to it. Sure. My Instagram account is FRHDHIA. It's a closed account, but if you have any question, just DM me. I am always open for questions, and we can chat through that instead. Make it private. Yeah, make it fun. Yeah. Thank you so much once again, and I wish you best with your thesis writing and also thank you so much. Likewise. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Divya. Bye bye.